Welcome viewers in the new lecture. In this lecture we are going to discuss about extra widening at horizontal surface, right? So we will start with this figure. So in this figure this is a road. We have a road in the blue color and we have a horizontal curve, and I am drawing this figure in my plan view. Okay, so I just take this direction as y and the longitudinal direction as x-axis. So the vehicle is moving from west to east, right? So at the starting of horizontal curve, the vehicle tends to move like this, right? So the extra widening concept, extra widening is the phenomena which allow us to provide extra width of highway. This is my extra width at horizontal curve, extra width on highway at horizontal curve, right? And why we provide this extra width? We have two reasons for that particular case. The first reason is, suppose this is my vehicle. I am just drawing here the plan of this vehicle axle, right? This is the front axle and this one is the rear axle. At the time of horizontal curve started, suppose this is my section a dash section, and I am just taking the vehicle which is moving in forward directions, or we can say from west to east. So at the point, at the section a to a dash, the vehicles try to move. So the its first axle will be moved like this, so it will goes like this one. So this is the direction of your this is a line diagram, or you can say the directions of your front axle, right? But at the same time this rear axle will also turn, and the line diagram of rear axle will be like this. Okay, so you can see that the rear axle line diagram doesn't follow the front axle line diagram, or you can say the movement diagram. Okay, so in that case we can say that if the rear axle is not following the front axle diagram, so we have a gap here. Okay, this is the gap, and this gap is toward the inside, like this is toward the inside. This gap is known as off tracking, right? You are not on the track, so this is known as the off tracking. This is occurred due to the rigidity of this axle. Rigidity of axles. It is occurred due to rigidity of axles, right? So whenever the length of the wheel is increased, suppose this is the length between the front axle and rear axle. If the length of front axle and rear axle will be increased, I am taking this length is L. So the value of off tracking will be increased, right? So this is the first phenomena. Okay, and the second phenomena is it is depend on the turning radius, right? At which amount I am going to turn this front wheel, it is depend on the radius of the curve. Okay, which is provided in terms of degree of curve. तो यहाँ पे हमें रेडियस को भी इंक्लूड करना है. ठीक है, तो पहला पॉइंट तो हम यहाँ पे समझे कि अगर व्हील बेस की लेंथ, इफ व्हील बेस की लेंथ इंक्रीज होगी तो हमारा ऑफ ट्रैकिंग will be increased. Second is if the radius is low, if the turning radius is low, then the off tracking of vehicle will be increased. So these are my 2 points for the case which is related to your vehicle, right? So I can say that these 2 points are my mechanical widening, right? This is my mechanical widening, and mechanical widening, I am just taking mechanical widening as Wm, and which is proportional to length of vehicle, and mechanical widening is inversely proportional to radius of curve. So from these two things I will get mechanical widening will be directly proportional to n upon r, right? Next thing we will see that in this figure the line diagram is not your straight, the line diagram is in the form of curve. So I can say that my off tracking is proportional to length, but here we have to provide something like a dash and the b, which is the a is a factor related to L and b is the power of the length. Okay, so to simplify these things and we eliminate this proportional, we will get mechanical widening is equal to length square divided by r. So this is for single lane, right? Single lane. Here a value is 1 by 2 and b value is 2, right? So this is only for single lane, but if we have multi-lane, then Wm will be equal to n, which is provide here number of lane, multiply 1 by 2 value of a, wheelbase, length of wheelbase, square of length of wheelbase, divide by r. So this is my mechanical widening formula, right? So this is equation number 1. So this is the first case which is occur at the widening due to mechanical property, or we can say due to vehicular characteristics. And now we have another widening which is known as psychological widening. Okay, so extra widening is divided into mechanical widening and the another term is psychological widening. We can say that this is my psychological widening, right? This is my psychological widening, and psychological widening is related to the driver which is inside this vehicle. Suppose I am taking here, this is my D point, or we can say this is a driver here inside this vehicle. So what is the psychology of driver? Psychology of driver is, it is actually the idle line like this, which is parallel to the outer line, or we can say which is parallel to the roads, but at the horizontal curve, it is the psychology of driver that it will take outward to the curve, like this to take to manage a clearance, and this is the clearance between the opposite vehicles. This is the clearance between a opposite vehicle which is coming in this direction, right? So this is a clearance. So it is a psychology of any driver. Suppose this is driver A, this is driver 1. Okay, this driver goes outward to the horizontal surface to make this clearance as much greater from his point of view. And second, similarly, the upcoming vehicle driver, which is sitting here, driver number 2 also take a route like this, which is near to the inner surface of the road. So again, the driver 2 is also having a psychological condition to maximize the clearance between the opposite vehicle. So this is the psychological widening. Okay, due to this, the driver move to the outer portion or inner portion of the roads at horizontal curve, right? So we can say that the psychological widening is a property. We can say that psychological widening, which is represented by WP, is the property of driver, which is driver. I can say that driver, and this property is depend on the velocity of vehicle, right? According to velocity, the psychological, or we can say the value of widening will be increased. If the driver is at higher speed, it will take higher clearance. Okay, and if the driver is at lower speed, it will take lower clearance, right? So from this point of view, it is a first point, right? The second point is psychological widening is again depend on the radius, and it is inversely depend on the radius of curve or at horizontal road surface, right? If the radius is small, it means the turn is very sharp. So for that sharp turn, it is the tendency of driver to make outward toward the horizontal curve. Similarly, which is coming from the opposite direction, it will the tendency to make the as possible as to the inner line of the horizontal curve, right? So this is the two factor. If I eliminate this proportional limit, we will get V upon 9.5 under root R. So this is an empirical formula given by the IRC, right? So in this case, this V is kilometer per hour, R is the radius of horizontal curve at meter, and 9.5 is your factors. 9.5 is your constant factor. So this is my equation number 2, right? So ultimately my extra widening, which is equal to WW, will be equal to mechanical widening and psychological widening. Here the mechanical widening is N by 2 L square by R. The both the terms radius and length of wheelbase is equal to in the unit of meter, where N is the number of lane. It is in the form of integers, like single lane. For single lane, N it will be equal to 1. For multi-lane, it is depend on the number of lanes, right? Plus capital V upon 9.5 under root R. This capital V is in the form of kilometer per hour. 9.5 is a constant. Root is square root of radius, and radius in the form of meter. So this is the important thing. You have to just clear that in this formula, this only kmph is the change, otherwise all the things are in meter form. So this is the extra widening. So I can say that at horizontal curve, my total widening will be like first of all I will draw a road up to this is a straight road, okay, and after that we have a horizontal curve without, this is the horizontal curve without any widening. Let me draw this curve case. So in the another case I have a extra widening value which is Wm provided like this, which is inner side of the roads, okay. So this is a case number 2 where I am providing the value Wm at the inner side of the roads, okay. So the value which is here will be Wm. Similarly value at third point will be Wm, and it will remain between 2 to third section, right. So this is the second things which is in which I am providing only inside the total extra winding value to the inside of the roads. And I have a third option also in which I am providing both, in which I am providing extra widening in the both directions, or we can say toward the inner edge or outer edge of the road. So in this case this Wm this widening will be Wm by 2, and here inner side will be Wm by 2, okay. The only difference is the widening will be divided into two parts. The first part goes to the inner side and the another remaining part goes to the outer side. So if I complete this will like this is at the third point it will again Wm by 2, and now it will decrease to the 0 point. So this is the third case, okay. This is depend on the site condition. The value of this these three cases, first, second and third, providing of extra winding is depend on the site condition. So if I am going to tell you what is the my length of this horizontal curve, so the width of this horizontal, or we can say the road, the width of road at this certain point will be width of road plus extra widening, right. So this is my width of road at horizontal curve, right. So this is the end of this sessions. I hope you understand this session. If you have any doubts and query, please ask. You have to only remember this formula, the value of V which is taken in the form of kmph, and the figure of extra winding, how we will provide extra winding. In the first case we provide outer section, in the second case we will provide toward the inner side of the road, in the third case we will provide both outer and inner. The only difference in these things will be at the outer section when we provide extra winding, the value of maximum extra winding will be Wm. When we provide at the inner side, the value of extra winding will be Wm. But when I am providing extra winding in the both directions, then the maximum widening will be Wm by 2 at outer and Wm by 2 at inner portion. But the width of road doesn't change. The width of road at the point which is between the 2 and the third sections, or we can say the width of road at horizontal curve, or we can say the circular curve, that remain the same. In the all three cases the width of road will remain same, which is taken as width of road, which is depend on number of lane plus extra widening, which is taken from this formula, right. So this is the summary of today's lecture. Thank you. Have a nice day.